Sanjiv Bhatt is the sole surviving witness of the 2002 program.
Okay.
So they want to discredit him, they want to break him,
Mm.
so that whenever this case gets reopened with the next government or maybe change of the government or whatever the scenario may be, nobody is permanent in this world. So things do change. So whenever that happens, his testimony is going to be very, very important to the Supreme Court. And that will happen, sure. I have my lows and downs. I cry, but that doesn't make me weak. I have my emotional things, bouts, yes. Then again in the morning, I get up and gather strength, and again I start fight with the same vigor and strength. But it is difficult. It is not as easy. It is like hearing is.
In the queue right over, today we have Shwetha Sanjiv Bhatt, the partner of Sanjiv Bhatt, an ex-IPS officer from Gujarat. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
We all talk about the fight that Mr. Sanjiv Bhatt was going on or having with the authority, with the government. I heard from an interview of Sanjiv Bhatt that on August 8th of 2011, a suspension order came to your house. You were there. Mr. Sanjiv Bhatt was not there, and around 40 people came and handed over the suspension order to you. And from there till now, almost 4.5 years, you're having this fight. You're continuously standing for your partner. You're standing for his for the justice. How you see this period? How you recall all these things?
I have no choice. First,
Yeah, of course.
I have to be by his side, whatever. I believe in his fight. See, I was 20 and he was 21 when both of us were preparing for civil services.
Okay.
And fell in love, decided to get married. So we have literally grown up together. We can say that.
Yeah.
So, like principles and ideology and everything are the same. So I always feel that if I were in his place, I would have done the same thing. So there is never conflict on those part. Temperamentally, we are both very different. I am a bit laid back, relaxed. I was never very career minded, which he was. He is very sorted. I was never sorted. So those are the things. But principally and ethically, we are on the same page every time. And when Mr. Modi became the CM, he dismissed my husband. When he became the PM, he suspended my husband. So fight has been going long. Yes, it's a tough fight.
So, ma'am, here when we consider an IPS officer, a bureaucrat or a top official in a government system, in an executive system, when we consider this system, we always think these people leads a very comfortable, very stable life where they won't take any risks in their life. Of course, they have these risks in their profession as part of their profession, but they won't take risk which will affect their profession or the stable life or the status quo of their life. But Sanjiv Bhatt was not a person like that. He took a stand. He talked against the then Chief Minister Narendra Modi in the 2002 Gujarat riots, and he gave the evidences to the SIT. He was continuously fighting for that. So he was having this political insight or this that instinct to react against this. How you see that that sort of energy in him?
It's just that he was a police officer, he is a police officer. He always acted as a police officer, never with any political inclination. When a girl is being raped, you don't see which religion she belongs to. That's simple. A police officer is a public servant. He is not a servant of any political party or any politician. Those facts were very clear in his mind even then, now, and shall always be. So that is the way he has always functioned. He could have pretended amnesia. He could have told that I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
All officers did that.
Mm-hmm.
But he did not do that. He was the chief of intelligence. When he was called by the SIT, he goes there. When asked about certain documents, he gives them. There he didn't say that, no, I don't remember, I have no idea, I forgot. No. And especially when SIT called Mr. Modi, so he said that I don't know about other officers. Mr. Bhatt was not there. That was his answer.
Okay.
It speaks volumes, in fact. So, and even today, he is behaving exactly as an officer should behave. And I am trying to behave as an officer's wife should behave. So.
And when Sanjiv Bhatt in an interview almost 11 years before, 11 years ago, he was saying the government is creating examples or making examples.
Yes.
And if we stand by our position, we will be taken as an example for others. Look at him. You will be like him if you are standing by your position. That statement itself is very, very strong and powerful in the present scenario in India. So, in present Indian scenario. So, how you have conversation with him like this? Means, is he sharing all these things with you, or how is your conversations goes on?
We just get 5 minutes thrice a week.
Okay.
Whatever we have to communicate, we communicate in those not even 5 minutes, 4 minutes and 59 seconds to be exact.
Okay.
And those are the times when I brief him as to what has been done by the lawyers in that particular case and what stands we have taken and what strategy we are following, and he instructs me accordingly. So again, next day I meet with his instructions with the lawyers. So that's an ongoing process. As for my meeting, I meet him only in the courts when he is brought to the court. So for a limited period, yes, but at least I get to see him.
But ma'am, I was referring to your life before this cases and before jail. What was your life before all this mess?
See, I'll tell you, life of any officer, it is in his hands.
Yeah.
How he wants his official career to flow, you know. There are certain officers who play very safe, absolutely safe. They don't indulge into any controversy. They don't take any stand. In Gujarati, we say it's chaplusi, you know, so they are very content with that. And the present government wants such officers.
Yeah.
So you just order them and they do it without questioning or nothing at all. Because this government, it is like they work on 4 things, I always say. That it's greed, it's fear, it's reward and punishment.
Yeah.
Either you are with us or you are against us. You cannot have your spatial different opinion about anything.
Okay.
If it is there, then you are against us. But my husband was never like that. So he always did what was right, what was honest, what was correct. Be it the consequences. We knew consequences will follow. But we have worked with so many governments by now. But any government or any politician stooping so low, you know, was beyond anybody's imagination. But no regrets. A fight is a fight. Though it's an unequal fight, it is a chosen fight. And we'll fight it till we bring it to a logical end. And my life, as I said, I was never very career-minded, never ever. I was contented with what my life had given me, my husband, my kids, my home. Have a leisurely tea in a balcony outside my bedroom with my husband in the morning. Sanjiv doesn't like tea, he doesn't drink tea, but with me only he does that in the morning.
Okay.
So it was a protocol which we always followed and enjoyed. I haven't been to that balcony for 4.5 years now. I have stopped going there.
Okay.
So, yes, small pleasures of life, like it was fulfilling, in fact. Things have changed. I get up at 6:30 in the morning, travel to Palanpur 3 hours daily, coming back 3 hours daily. Thrice a week I go to Palanpur, then to Jamnagar, then to Delhi, then to Ahmedabad High Court, then other lawyers from one office to another office, plus some programs which I think I should attend because I want people to know what is happening, and which is not proper. As you said about setting examples, yes, they do want to set examples, but we have to make sure that they are not successful in doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because with Sanjiv Bhatt, that is exactly what they are doing. Battery of lawyers, I mean, 10, 12 of them. How does a government afford so many lawyers? You name Maninder Singh, Mukul Rohatgi, everybody in the Supreme Court. It is said that they are charging 25 lakhs per appearance in the court.
Okay.
And on one side, there is one Mr. Kapil Sibal from us, another, there are battery of lawyers. So there are so many questions. Why? Why are they spending so much to keep Sanjiv Bhatt inside?
Yeah.
Why are they doing that? So, yes.
Ma'am, you were referring to the 4 minutes, 59 seconds
Yes.
phone calls. It's really curious to know how you communicate, especially when we have the letter written by Omar Khalid from jail. He was writing about the hopelessness that he have today, that he is not sure that one day he'll come out of the jail or the prison. So how these 4 minutes 59-second phone calls go? If there have you ever saw him so hopeless or having some issues or mental state was?
No. Never ever till now. He's very sorted, calm, at peace with himself. Very strong man. So, no, I haven't seen him low in his life, and I would never want him to see him that way. But see, there are instructions which are given. Meet so-and-so lawyer, see whether this petition is possible. If possible, how long will it take? How we are going to take it forward.
Yeah.
So then I meet the lawyers, and then I come back, and then again the phone call. So met lawyer, possible. Let's do it as fast as possible. So we save time on words and on sentences, and things are conveyed. So that is how we have worked out new language with lots of fill in the blanks, and which only we two understand at times because phones are recorded. So if at all we are talking about some strategy, then we don't talk it we don't speak it in so many words. So that is one
And
thing.
he still have that energy, right?
Yeah, he runs for 15 kilometers still. He exercises, he does yoga. And see, when you are fighting a case, you know that so-and-so is the case. You know there are plus points or minus points. And if you hire a good lawyer and you have faith in the judiciary, things are easy. You know the fate of the case.
Yeah.
Here there is no case, absolutely fabricated. 32-year-old case, private complaint. My husband never arrested, he was never in his custody, he had never even interrogated him, never spoke to him, never was he brought before my husband, it was not his jurisdiction. No lawyers were examined, all those things. There is absolutely, the man dies 18 days after being released on bail. He was a rioter, he was arsoning the mosque and houses of the Muslim. So, I mean, there is no case at all. But they have fabricated the case. Though 2 special PPs come from Ahmedabad, specially for our case. And the way they conduct themselves, the way the judge conducts himself, you can see the entire scenario. Okay, whatever if we give an application for documents, simple, 32-year-old case, we don't even have documents, we never knew what the case was about.
Okay.
They won't give us documents. I many times tell my husband that if we say that we give an application, can we drink water, that would also be rejected. So no, nothing at all, everything gets rejected. So in the Sessions court, things get rejected. It takes 6-8 months for a bail petition to travel to the High Court. There also they take their own sweet time. Judges don't come because they went out for a photograph session. That is the excuses they give. Then again 6-8 months, again we go and travel to the Supreme Court. There our petition does not travel from the registry. We keep on reminding them, AORs go there, we email them, why is our matter not getting listed? No answer. We don't have orders from the top. Now who are the people at the top? Why are they taking so much interest in Sanjiv Bhatt's case? Why are our matters not getting listed? Bail matters are urgent matters. So bail, not jail is the slogan of the Supreme Court, but nothing happens. And then again, Mr. Khanwilkar, who was to retire, who gave clean cheat to Mr. Modi, all our matters at the end of 4.5 years land up in his bench. He dismisses all of them in 20 seconds without hearing us. So again, we are back to the Sessions Court. So this is how they do. It's not a proper legal fight also. Whatever you do, the judges open in the open court, they say, whatever you do, we know we are getting orders from Delhi. Printed orders come from Delhi. That is what they say. Imagine how to fight, on what base to fight. Still we have to fight to get him out. So at times I become sad. See how strong I pretend. At the end of the day, I am a mother, I am a wife. I have my lows and downs. I cry, but that doesn't make me weak. I have my emotional things, bouts, yes. Then again in the morning, I get up and gather strength, and again I start fight with the same vigor and strength. But it is difficult. It is not as easy as it is like hearing is. So, yes.
Means, ma'am, there were many custodial death cases in front of in Gujarat, and most of the cases were scrapped, and this particular case was strongly followed by the government and was like a haunting. So how you see that? Means if Narendra Modi focus or targets one, he will not let him go without.
Sanjiv Bhatt is the sole surviving witness of the 2002 program.
Okay.
So they want to discredit him. They want to break him, so that whenever this case gets reopened with the next government, or maybe change of the government, or whatever the scenario may be, nobody is permanent in this world. So things do change. So whenever that happens, his testimony is going to be very, very important to the Supreme Court, and that will happen, sure. So they are trying their best to do whatever harm or break him or his family. But somehow till today they are not being successful in doing that. So
did he say anything about this Jamnagar case to you? Means what happened, or how this turmoil, how he was having that additional charge of that particular means jurisdiction, right?
Advani had taken out a Rath Yatra.
Yeah, exactly.
And Mulayam Singh Yadav stopped it. This is a case of 1990.
Yeah.
Later on, Lalu Prasad Yadav arrested them. So that was it. Everywhere in India there were riots. Especially in this Jam Jodhpur area, which was not my husband's jurisdiction. 133 rioters were caught by the local police there.
Okay.
They were arrested by the local police. They were kept in their custody. My husband was nearer to Jam Jodhpur. So the DSP says that as you are near, and the DSP and ASP of that particular area was on leave, then why don't you go there first? I'll follow. That was the time that my husband went there.
Okay.
He went there, he saw the situation, he gave curfew instructions, all that thing. And by the time DSP came, handed over all of those things and came back to his own jurisdiction by evening.
Okay.
All those 133 people were then next day in the morning at around 10 o'clock were presented before the magistrate. Nobody complains anything, nothing at all. There were some people who had some bruises, but those bruises were like when they were caught forcefully and were arrested by the local police. Nothing more than that. And they showed to the magistrate and they were sent to the hospital as well. But this particular person who died was not even in those people. Then they were sent by 11 o'clock, they were sent to the judicial custody. That's it. There he stays and then he gets bail and then he was released. Now, where does Sanjiv Bhatt come in the entire picture? He was never there. But the government never gave 197 sanction also because officers were doing their duty. That was it.
Okay. When I heard about an incident in Sabarmati jail when Mr. Sanjiv Bhatt was the jail superintendent and he was removed from the position and these prisoners started hunger strike and was a massive strike going on there. How you see him as a very popular officer, as a popular officer? How you see Sanjiv Bhatt as a popular officer?
I'm very proud of him, to be very specific. I'm really very proud of him. And in the history of India, it has never happened before. 4,000 people going on hunger strike for 3 days. Many many of them wanted to commit suicide because he was transferred. And he was transferred because he made kheer on Diwali day. Imagine. Dudh Pak, that is what we call in Gujarat. And prisoners were served with that. And they were allowed to play cricket. Imagine. So Sanjiv always says that if these are the charges, I accept them.
Okay. As a final question, I would like to ask, you're having this fight continuously. You're 24/7. You're into it. You're thinking about it, noting down, calling him with this 5 minutes calls, communicating and follow up. So, do you feel exhausted, or how you maintain your energy as a partner?
I haven't slept in almost 4 years and 5 months. I haven't had a nice 6-7 hours sleep. I haven't. Mind doesn't stop. It constantly, and there is constantly fear that whether I'm making right decisions, will this affect him? Are this proper for him or not? Constantly those things are there. Plus, you have to manage everything. There are lawyers who said, we don't want to fight for you because they're afraid and scared for their career. So, searching new lawyers constantly. Again, and see what happened was, we never knew at that particular time that they would give him life imprisonment because there was nothing in the case. And I, as a wife, was never into knowing about the cases because he was managing everything and all those things. When he was being given life sentence, I was like, Jameen nikal gayi niche se, that way. What to do? I had no idea. Then next day, I and both my kids, we took out all the volumes of paper, sat and read the entire thing. 10,000, 20,000 papers, each and every testimony in each and everything, whatever we could get, we got it. And then we sat and then we read. Then we came to know, okay, how to fight about it. So it's a tough fight. But I'll bring him home, that is for sure. Whatever I have to do, I'll do.
That's the most beautiful sentence that we can, with which we can end this interview.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.